What's up, you guys? So I wanted to talk about something. Why does it seem like I'm always talking to y'all when I'm like getting ready? I think because it's like the only time I could really like sit down and speak. And plus the lighting's a little bit better here anyway, so like why not, right? So I wanted to talk about something that I have noticed as I've been an Amazon seller, like some facts that I noticed. So I'm gonna just kind of talk about it. So first and foremost, this is what I learned about people that has inquired about selling on Amazon. I think y'all see kind of like what we post, which is actual facts. It's you can take a product and you can sell it on Amazon for a certain amount if you are getting it for a way less amount and make money off of it. So that is a fact. So I think people are focused on getting into Amazon, doing all the ungating guides that we teach you guys, and then making a profit. And then you guys are just, what I'm trying to say is people are too focused on the results, which is understandable. But with any type of work that you do, and this is even if you have like a 9-to-5, any type of career, you have to understand there is work that is involved. So I feel like people think this is a breeze when we show them that we find products and then we're reselling it on Amazon. The word product research is that term for a reason, because it's research. It's product finding. It's let's spend a day doing retail arbitrage. Let's spend the day doing retail arbitrage, meaning you can't just go somewhere or go online and find something for the low and then like sell it. I mean, you can, but it's so much that goes into product research and, you know, like finding products, is the fact that you have to do the math on it. The fact that you have to see if you are even eligible to sell that product. You're seeing how much money that product makes that month. Sometimes all of those are not aligned. So that's what makes it hard. So what I'm trying to say is when I do product research, sometimes I find things right away, and sometimes it takes me, a lot of times it takes me hours. Sometimes I'll spend days sitting for hours. Look, I do mainly online arbitrage because I don't have time to walk into a store. So sometimes it'll take me days to find products. And I'm sure people that do retail arbitrage, I'm sure they spend the whole day, and sometimes they find like, you know, maybe 1 or 2 things, if anything at all. With that being said, you find profitable products, right? You got to do it again the next day. Then you got to do it again the next day, then the next day, and the next day. It's a never ending thing. So there is actual work that's being put into it. And I think when people get to that part, yeah, they find their first couple products and then they just get lazy or then they just give up because they don't have time, or it just wasn't what they thought it was. But it's like any other job. If you want to get paid, you got to work like every day, you know? So that's one. So just know when you are wanting to get into selling on Amazon, there is work that's involved, and it does take you working consistently in order to make the return or make the kind of money or generate the kind of wealth that you are striving for. Also, everybody that is right now on the fence, like, do they want to do it? Do they not want to do it? I'm going to tell you like this. Come time to Q4, and this is a fact. This is a fact. When Q4 season comes, everybody is going to want to sell on Amazon. That is when all the mentors are going to be booked. Everybody's going to start a seller's account. If you are following anything that has to do with selling on Amazon, this is going to be the talk of the Q4 season, is how much Q4 is bringing in for all the sellers and for Amazon in general. So Q4, if you know anything about Amazon, you know Q4 is the highest peak of Amazon sales, and which is amazing for obviously all the sellers. So that's when everyone's going to be like, I want to sign up and be a seller. The problem is Q4, because it is one of the busiest times, they're going to make it so hard to get ungated. Which, speaking of, as a beginner, it's going to be hard to get ungated also. I know we have our guides. We show you how to do it, which is, again, facts. That's how it's done. But I've learned that as a beginner, when you start selling on Amazon, if you are brand new to the platform and then you try to get ungated like right away, it does not always work because you don't have no history, no selling history. Sometimes they're going to deny your request. sometimes they will not approve you. And I've seen this happen a lot of times. They send in the proper documents from Target, from Amazon, from Best Buy, and they still get denied. It's one of those things where Amazon is also a system that has to trust you. You have to start selling on there. You have to be a little bit consistent. It's kind of like you have to work your way up. It's like a little like ladder that you got to climb. So then, you know, it kind of leverages out. So unfortunately, if you are a brand new beginner, there's a possibility that it might be harder for you to get ungated like right away. There are a lot of brand names out there, however, that will let you sell their brand. That all you have to do is watch a video and then you get approved, or that will approve you right away sometimes. So, you know, if you come across those, even better, because it's just going to help you as a seller and your seller's account for you to be able to sell certain things in order for it to be easier for you to get ungated. And unfortunately, if you think it's hard for you as a beginner to get ungated, then it might be a little bit harder during Q4, because then they get a little bit more strict and selective when it comes to ungating certain accounts, especially if you're brand new and then you're trying to sell during Q4. So with all of that being said, my advice to you guys is, if you really do want to sell on Amazon, because in the summer and towards the end of summer, that's when we actually prep for Q4. So if you start selling now, you could kind of get an understanding for it. You will be active on the account, and then come time for Q4, it'll be way more easier for you to either get ungated or already probably be automatically eligible to sell certain brands. So yeah, that's all I came on here to say. So hopefully that does help, you know, some people make the decision if they want to start selling on Amazon for real or not.